Hi guys, good morning. Um, I wasn't gonna come live today, but you guys wanted to have my opinion on Maria apologizing to Tondy as I think he should have. Shout out to good morning, by the way. Welcome back to Church Girls Get Married Too. My name is Janice. Ready to Love season 2. We all know what happened at the reunion. Mario gave us a bomb. My thing is, if you guys had listened to me, darlings, you would not be on this emotional roller coaster because I told you Candy was not a good match for him and that Reva was a better match for him. Okay. I had it up here just now. So that's not the one I want. So he issued an apology as he should have. I'm not mad at Mary. Somebody said, you're not mad at him? Not even one little bit. Look at my side, guys. No, I'm not mad. I knew this was going to happen. I told you guys this whole season this was going to happen. I told you guys from the beginning that Maria and Tandy was not a good match. I told you guys that Reva was a better match. Why? Because of their core values. Now, I wanted to shout out Kia Hargrove. She messaged me. She said Mario posted an apology on Instagram for the way that he handled things on the reunions. Please check it out and tell us what you think. And it's I am Mario Niguel, Nigueal. So I did listen to it last night. Um, so I thought his apology was genuine. I think he was right to apologize. People are saying, oh, he's apologizing because of the backlash. No, he said he had apologized to her at the reunion when it happened because it was wrong the way he did it. I also said that they should have had a conversation. This should not have been a surprise to Tondi that he is now with Reba. I'm not surprised he's with Reba. I said it the whole season that they were not a good match. Nothing wrong with Tondi. Nothing wrong with Mario. Yes, we do think he's a little bit control. It's just that their core values is not the same. Beloveds, I just wrote a almost 400-page book on 23 types of guys you might meet on social media. I'm going to go through this book this week and I'm going to tell you who each of these guys are according to my book. However, Tandy and Maria was not a good match, and I've been saying that ever since they kind of hook up. I said, it's not a good match. Nothing wrong with Tandy. Tandy just have to find a man that will love her for all of her and who she is. And I said this yesterday, how this should be a learning experience for all of us. Those women who are dating for marriage or you're just dating, stop trying to get with guys who doesn't love you and appreciate you for all of you. Guys also need to stop choosing women or getting with women that they know they're not a match. However, ladies, this is why we have to be careful. We are the gatekeepers. My daddy says any man that come to you has to march to the beat that you have set. With men, we have to remember that men are conquerors. Okay? They have to conquer. God created a man to conquer. Adam and Eve, he put them in the garden. Hey, Marvell. Hey, girl. Good morning. He put him in the garden. He said, rule, have dominion, conquer. Men want to conquer. They want to conquer the highest mountain. They want to conquer the fastest car. My son, 2 and 3 years old, he's jumping from the living room, that couch over there to over here. Hello, my living room is 18 by 28 or 25. My living room is wide. He can't jump. You can't do it. But as a little boy, it is in them to conquer. Watch your little boys. Watch your little boys. Watch your little girls. I could put Lexi on a blanket when she was a baby with all her toys and say, Lexi, sit here, don't move. She would sit and not move. Little boy, you can't do that. Conquer, they need to conquer. So, ladies, even though we might not be a good match for men, some men will take the opportunity to conquer us because it is within them to conquer. And so, this is why we have to be the gatekeepers of our souls, of our hearts, and ladies of our cookies. I was not thinking that Marion was trying to get an easy lay. I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking they are not a good match. And Tandy already made it very clear and obvious that they already did it. Because when Reva left, if you go back and watch, when Reva left And she was like, child, that was no competition. I was a word. She took up her drink, she sipped it, and she said, and that's all I'm going to say. What you think that meant? They had already done the do. Marva, my network is bad. I'll be back. Thank you. It's like, okay, thank you, boo boo. So even though ladies, even though they might see us and it's not a match, they might still want to conquer us just to say they had us. This is why in my book, my other book, The Naked Wife, I talk about taking the cookies off the table. Take the cookie off the table. I really do believe that's why Alexis is so emotional. She gave up the cookie to London. We already know Divine gave it up because she's easy. She's a fat pocket. She's a ride or die. He made that clear. She's been riding with me from day one. We saw her feeding him strawberry and whipped cream for his birthday. The harder it is to get a woman, the more power and conquering powerful it feels for a man to have conquered her. So no, I wasn't thinking that Mario was all about the cookie with Tondi. I do think they had a connection, but their core values are not the same. So because their core values are not the same, when they come down off that emotional high and then they're sitting on the couch looking at each other and then they're like, I don't even like you. Tondi likes to go out every night and spend money. Maria is a homebody. He watches his money. Tondi say he is frugal. He said he's watching his money. Is he frugal or is he careful? See, I'm careful with my money. I'm not going to spend $800 on a pocketbook when I have a college fund to fund for my son. I plan, my husband and I, we plan our things out to the best of our ability. Soon as our son got his social security number, do you know what we did? We opened his college fund. He was what, 2 weeks old when we got a social security? At 2 weeks old, our 2 week old had a college fund. 2 weeks old. However, as soon as we got the social security number, we call our financial advisor and we say, we got the social security number. Here is the number. Open his college fund. My son is 5 in October. His college fund is being funded every month. My husband and I'm not going to spend $500 on a pair of shoes when I can fund my college fund, fund my retirement, fund our emergency fund, make an extra mortgage payment on the house so that will take, if you make one extra mortgage payment on your house every year, it takes 7 years off the time period for you to pay your mortgage. So core values, when your core values are not the same, it's going to be struggling, you're going to struggle, and you're going to hard it's going to be hard. So I appreciate Mario and apologizing as he should. The only thing I'm upset with Mario about is how he did it. He should not have told her that way. She should have known going in, and that could have avoided her following him around like a little puppy dog, asking her what's wrong. He's telling her, leave me alone, don't bother me. She's looking for a compliment. She had to ask him, do you think my dress is pretty? When I put my dress on, I don't have to ask my husband, do you think it's pretty? He's pretty. It's pretty. And so if he had told her those things, she could have avoided being embarrassed. Her family could have avoided being embarrassed, and she didn't have to be following him around. So that's the only thing I'm upset with Maria about. Am I upset that he leave Tanya for Reva? I'm not. I said it was going to happen. I just wrote 400 pages almost on 23 types of men. One thing I know is I know men and I know how they operate. And maybe because, I've been with my spiritual dad since I was 17 and he taught me a lot of things. That's why I never got caught up in a lot of things. That's why I would never use. I've never had a boyfriend. I don't believe in boyfriends. I don't believe in getting all emotionally involved and then you work for a few months and then you broke up. No, I've always wanted to be married. So I dated for marriage. And if I met a man who we didn't have our core values are the same, bye. And I told you guys I shared in this book, and I'm going to write about it, how as women we need to date according to what you want. My number one on my list was he had to be born again. So if I met a man that was not born again, guess what? I didn't get involved. I didn't try to get him saved. I didn't try none of that. Bye. Number two, he had to be a tither. There are a lot of Christians who don't believe in tithing. That is their personal decision. Tithing is personal. Your faith in Jesus Christ is personal. Your health is personal. And so if you don't make those personal decisions, I can't help you. And neither am I going to try to help you because then I'm going to spend the rest of our marriage trying to get you to tithe. My number three was a gentleman. I like a gentleman. I don't like to try to teach a man how to be a man. My father was a gentleman. So when I was dating, I was looking for a gentleman. Number four in my list was he had to have a good job, not in between job, not struggling, not trying to get a job, not trying to make it. A man who has a good job, who is able to put a comfortable roof over my head and food on my table. If he was not able to do that, bye. As women, we are emotional. God created us to be emotional. Men are practical. Men have a little bit of emotional in them and a whole lot of practicality. Women have a whole lot of emotionality in us and a little bit of practicality. And when it comes to relationship and dating and marriage and stuff, we get very emotional, but we're not practical. And so a lot of people who's mad at Mario and mad at me because I said Riva was a better match and I knew it was going to happen is emotionalism. You're not being practical. Because when you talk about practicality, you look at your core values. And so now he's a dog. And oh, you don't need him, Reva. Oh, he's a thigh. Oh, so now that he's with Reva, oh, now he's no good. But when he was with Tondy, oh, he was great. No, it's emotionalism. Be practical. Nothing wrong with Reva. Ladies, nothing wrong with us. We just have to find a man, choose a man that's going to love us for us. Do you know how many guys I met that I like? They didn't want a ready made family. I had a kid when I was 16. So you know what I did? Bye. Do you know how many men who were not saved who wanted to date me? I'm not interested. Core values. My husband and I, we will never have a fight if we go into church. The only discussion we have, what service you go into, 7:30, 9 o'clock, or 11:30, or are we going to our other church we go to for Sunday school for the kids? When it comes to tithe, the only question is where's the tithe and envelope? When it comes to Christmas, Pastor want money to buy gifts for the kids. Oh, honey, I gave Pastor $200 or $300 for the toys for kids. Or Pastor might say, go buy toys. He'll say, oh, I'm gonna buy $200 or $300 worth of toys. There's no fight there. When we have our kids, it was a fight. Are we gonna raise them Christian or are we gonna raise them as non-Christians? No, we are both believers. We raise our children to the fear and honor of God. We dedicate our kids to the Lord. My husband want to go out once in a while with his frat brothers. Fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. No, I would not marry a man who want to go out every night. Every Friday night, you're going out, not me. And I don't think he wanted a woman who wanted to be running the streets every Friday night, just not me. Core values. So when you look at your core values, you look at it from a practical standpoint. And this is why on Church Girls Want to Get Married, I'm encouraging you ladies to look at your core values. Stop being emotional. The only emotionality you need is, ooh, I like him. I want to talk to him again. After that, as long as there's a mutual interest, you shut the emotions down and then you look at the practicality. This is why you need to know what it is you need in a husband. 23 types of guys you might meet on social media. Learn how men are. Learn how men think. Learn what they say what they mean when they say that. Understand that men want to conquer. This is why a man can sleep with a different woman every day of the week and get up, and it means absolutely nothing to him. We sleep with a man, next thing we know, we're picking our baby's name, we're picking out our colors, we're picking out our houses because we're emotional. Men are practical. So I appreciate the apology. I thought it was genuine. I thought Jimmy's apology was very genuine. Chica, run for your life, child. He was not, he was still trying to check Ashima. So that's my thought. Tomorrow morning is Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Hopefully you have everything you need. If you're watching this, you don't have everything you need for your kids, message me or email me, JaniceHiltonBlog@gmail, because I think every kid should have something under the Christmas tree. My kids, we just buy and give it to them, and we just have little socks and stuff under the Christmas tree. So Merry Christmas to you and your family. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to come on and I'm going to be reading your comments and giving you guys a shout out. All of you that have supported me, have commented on the videos. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. So I'll be reading those tomorrow morning for Christmas. I absolutely love you. I adore you. And remember, ladies, date practically, date according to what you want. There was one guy who wanted to talk to my father about me. He had 5 kids. I told my father, no, I don't want to meet him. Who's going to take care of all them kids? Not me. I have one, special needs. I want to have one or two more. That's it. I'm not taking care of your 5 plus my one plus my one or two more. No, be practical, ladies. Be practical. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you for those thumbs up. So let's be practical, ladies, as we date. Sometimes you really, really, really like a guy. Mr. Kryptonite in this book, you girls, I really like that man. He was 6'8", first of all. I really, really, really liked him. But in the end, I had to think about what I really wanted. And he was shaky in his faith. And I can't have no man that's shaky in his faith. And at the end, I just had to walk away because that was important to me. All right. I love you. I have to go. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. Check those thumbs up before you go. Love you. Appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the apology? Do you think it was genuine? Do you understand what I mean about dating practically? Stop being so emotional. Yes, we're created to be emotional, but we need to control it. In the Psalms, it says, a person who does not have control over his own spirit, his own emotion, is like a city broken down and is without walls. Anything can come in and out. And so we have to control. The Bible talks about guarding our hearts. Guard your heart with all diligence because out of it flows the issues of life. Read a Proverbs every day. If you're single, you're dating, you're believing God for a husband, read a Psalm, a Proverbs every day. It's amazing how much dating wisdom is in the book of Psalms. I love you. I have to go. Merry Christmas. Tonight, I'm reading the Christmas story from the book of Luke, so please join me. I don't know what time. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be reading your comments about this whole finding love and all the comments you've left on my blog. I love you. Have a good day, beloved.